Hey, it's Jessica, and welcome to my messy room. Uh, that's not the official name for it, but with the looks of it, I guess it could be. But happily, I know where most things are. Um, anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 11:10 a.m. where I am on this Friday, May 8th. And I have my favorite cup of coffee with me and my husband on there. And I wanted um, to come and share with you a few things. One, something that I learned yesterday. Now, maybe I should have known it already, but I didn't. I have been using a rhinestone glue when I was doing like my bookmarks to make sure that the rhinestone stayed on. Because one of the things that I want to make sure of is that when I give or sell any of my diamond painting jeweled art items, that they stay looking the way that they're supposed to look. So I either put a sealant on them or I had started trying this rhinestone glue. But couldn't understand why the rhinestone glue was never drying. Like, well, this is supposed to be sort of like crazy glue. Crazy glue dries really quickly. What is going on? Well, the other Thursday, my I call it my cleaning team. A lady that I have become friends with over the years. When I first met her some years ago, um, I was working as a targeted case manager. So that's how I met her. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So I met her through business. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But and as life has had it, our paths have crossed again. And I always knew that she had a cleaning business. And in the back of my mind, I always thought, well, if I ever need someone to clean wherever I'm living, I would pick her. Well, as I was getting ready, me and my husband were getting ready to sell our previous house so that we could buy our current home. My realtor, um, who is also a good friend, said, "I know this cleaning team. It's a mother and daughter situation, and you really need to have someone do that deep cleaning before you have the open house." Cool. Um, and I have been thinking, boy, I sure wish I still had Juliana's information because I sure would call her. Well, lo and behold, guess who came to the door? It was Juliana. It was her and her mother's business that my friend Beverly, who was my realtor, had was recommending. Now, I recognized her right away. It took her a minute because in the time since she had seen me last, I lost about 200 pounds. So I didn't really look the same. Um, my voice didn't change, and at the time I still had the same kind of eyeglass frames. So that was the same, but now the only thing that's the same is my voice because the glasses have changed. So anyway, she got the job to clean the house for the open house, and then I had asked her about when we move, you know. um, what about our new house? She said, call me. So we did. So now well, we've lived here almost 3 years, so almost all of that time, um, she has come and cleaned my home. Now it's every 2 weeks. Well, I had forgotten until yesterday that when I first met her some years ago, um, that she was into crafting. And so I had showed her the bookmarks that I made, and I was putting them in these sleeves like this because I wanted when I showed them at you know um at the market for them to be already in a little protective sleeve. And also I was kind of concerned about that stickiness issue. Well, she when she touched it, she said, "This feels like UV resin glue. It needs to go into a UV resin oven. Or you can put the resin on top of it and cook it in the oven, and it'll have that UV resin sheen, coating on top, and it won't have that stickiness to it." Now, the glue that I've been using said on there, and I think I still have one of those little bottles somewhere, but of course, right now I cannot find it. But it said on there, rhinestone glue. Nowhere on there did it say UV resin glue or UV rhinestone glue or you must use a UV oven with the glue. Nothing. So, um, me and all my, and I say this very sarcastically, infinite wisdom, did not realize that what I had was rhinestone resin glue or UV resin glue, and it needed to be put in a UV, oven, which I do have because, the next phase of Jessica's Jeweled Art is resin earrings, necklaces, and I'm going to try to branch out into the jeweled resin department. And then I'm also going to go into some wax melt candle making era. And that is also going to have a jeweled component to that as well. So when she left yesterday, I went in, came in to my room here, and let me show you what I've done. Now, I did have a couple of mistakes because I was, just kind of playing around with it, trying to learn what I needed to learn. But I'm a lot happier. Well, number one, there's no stickiness. And so on this one, I just put the resin right over the rhinestone areas to kind of give it more of a 3D look, which that I kind of like. And then this one, I didn't put any resin on at all, but I did put it in the oven so it cooked everything. And again, no stickiness. Um, this one, I put it in the oven, but I did decide to put just a little bit of resin right in the lenses of the glasses to kind of make the glasses kind of stand out a little bit more, give that dome effect. Which I like the way that that looked. And of course, by putting the whole thing in my resin oven, and I do the front and the back because I had some glue that had got to the back part. But when I cooked it, it hardened up. And then here is another one. Okay, again, I put the resin over the jeweled part so it kind of gives a little 3D effect. And I like the way that that came out as well. And what I even tried a little bit on this one is I put a few rhinestones on top of the resin before I cooked it, uh, as well as the rhinestones that are under the resin. So it gives a little bit of a different look. So I have learned, and I'm always in my learning curve. And now what I just need to do for these is put the tassel on, and I'm still going to put them in the little protective sheath, but I'm feeling a lot more confident in my product. I've learned a new skill and a I can't even talk. Um, my knowledge base has improved and increased a little bit. And, I've been thinking that if I can learn one new thing each time I go out and do a show, then in a year's time, I will have learned 10 to 12 new things. That means 10 to 12 new advances that my craft and my business will have. Now, then the next thing I started working on yesterday, and what I'm really kind of pleased about with myself, is that the more I do, the my speed and accuracy have been increasing. So, I see just a little bit. Now, here is a cute little kitten face. And I don't know if you guys remember me doing my little bobblehead dog statue. Well, this is going to be a bobblehead cat statue. And one of my little whiskers had flipped over. So here we go. That's the cat's face. And then here is the kitten's body. And then in a little bit, I'm going to attach them, both pieces, to this motorized section that does the wobbling. And the head will be attached here. And what I learned when I did the first one is that um, I hadn't glued this part to this part, and it kept coming off and falling apart when I did my first show. So I've since realized that what I need to do is I'm going to be gluing this, the bottom to the base, and then the head to this top part, and then additionally glue this piece onto this piece, so it's all one solid piece. And then last night, after I finished doing this, or at least the first stage in that, then I started something new. Now, this could actually serve two different purposes. My next show is going to be um, at the Fort Pierce Aquarium for World Ocean Day. And so I wanted to have a lot of ocean related items. So I thought this lighthouse. But then when I pulled it out last night, I realized that this is a lighthouse, kind of a Christmas scene. Well, my next show, um, July 18th and 19th, is the Christmas in July, where this would also be appropriate because it's a Christmas scene. And like my cat stands, this is a stand. So, of course, I'm just getting started. But when it's all said and done, it'll stand like this. And, so it can go on someone's table or counter or, something as a Christmas decoration. Um, Now, what I think I'm going to do when I'm finished is I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to attach um, the stand to, you know, I'm going to attach the base to the product. So it's all one and it doesn't come apart. So now, but for the meantime, while I'm creating still, uh, it helps to have it so I can lay it flat. Um, at any rate, those are the things that I have been up to in the last day. I have shared with you the lesson that I have learned that rhinestone glue very well may be UV resin glue, whether it says it or not. And, the thing that was really perplexing me is I would lay it out for a couple of days and it never got dry. And it never occurred to me that it may be have a UV component to it. Well, sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So I've learned something. I hope that this has been helpful to you guys as well. If you've stuck with me for the whole video, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the follow, hit the notification. That way, whenever I come up with some more little nuggets, I can share them with you. And hopefully we can all be the wiser. So until then, have a good day. Happy jeweled and diamond painting and whatever type of crafting that you do. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.